Okay, looks like we're live. We are live. This game is extremely demanding. Now, oops, I bumped the mic there. Unfortunately, this is still the same build from last time. From November. So the benchmark is the newer build of the game, which is probably more in line with the actual game that will launch on release day. So the retail version of the game, the benchmark tracks with that. Unfortunately, the open beta test is still using the same build from the November beta test. So what that means is those of you that are on AMD graphics cards using FSR 3, or even those of you on the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 30 series, for example. Later on in the stream, we're going to do an intermission, and we're going to switch over to this GPU. I have here with me everybody's favorite, the legend, GeForce RTX 3090 Ti. So we will be taking a look at the 3090 Ti. In the second half of the stream, maybe we'll look at another card. But what I have noticed is any of you that are on older cards like this one, for example, I have here with me the Radeon RX 5700 XT. If we do an unboxing real quick, this card is basically the true flagship of AMD in 2019. So, the 5700 XT, we are about to get a successor to this graphics card from 2019. That new successor will be the Radeon RX 9070 XT. So 9070 XT will be a true successor to the 5700 XT. This is a legendary graphics card that has stood the test of time. The other one that you guys may be aware of from back in the day, the GeForce 1080 and GeForce 1080 Ti. So this is it, the Founders Edition of the 10 series GPUs, as well as the AMD Founders Edition 5700 XT. I got both of them right here, just to show. This is the 1080 Ti, and there is the 5700 XT. So these two cards are what I consider legendary graphics cards of a bygone era. You cannot get value like these graphics cards anymore. Unfortunately, these graphics cards probably can't handle Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter Wilds is probably too much for these graphics cards. Maybe I will consider testing those graphics cards. If you guys really want to see a 5700 XT and a GTX 1080, maybe a GTX 1080 SLI. I don't know about GTX 1080 SLI, but if you want to see how those cards perform in this game, we may consider doing that if there's enough time. But yeah, so we're going to be looking at the 4090 in this game at 4K. Hey, Francisco, you're glad you went with the 4090? Yeah, 50 series is kind of a mess, man. Those of us that are not on 50 series, I think we're not missing out. We're totally not missing out on anything. Well, I think this microphone's... Is it too loud? Is the mic popping, or is it, like, clipping? I'm using a different microphone because I'm not using the Tech Thursday setup. This is the Threadripper setup, which I don't normally live stream from. Okay. So this game is going to be very hard to run. Just to kind of get things started here. Let me see. Task Manager. So here's what we're working with. AMD Threadripper 79. You guys can see it is the legend, the true high-end desktop, the Ryzen Threadripper 7960X, 24P cores, 0 E cores, pure multi-thread performance. Look at all those wonderful cores and threads. 48 threads. That is what I'm talking about. 48 threads. True high-end. This is a true high-end. So we're going to just throw the kitchen sink at the game. It doesn't matter how unoptimized the game is. We're going to make it work. 4K. We need GPUs. We got dual GPUs. We have the Radeon Pro, the Radeon Professional W7500. It is encoding the live stream, so this is AMD encoding quality. So we're using the Radeon graphics card for the encoding, and then we are using the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4090 Founders Edition for the game rendering. So that's basically it. And then for the memory, we are running 128 gigabytes of DDR5. That's 4 sticks of memory, 1 DPC at 6,400 megatransfers. So this is the ultimate high-end desktop. So anyway, so that's just to kind of give people an idea. Like, you guys can see, this game is extremely CPU heavy. Very CPU heavy. So right here, right off the bat, the game scales across multiple threads. So it says we're doing about 24% CPU utilization. Now on a Threadripper, that is a lot. That is very high. That's a lot of CPU utilization. And this is the build. So I did go ahead and update my drivers for both the Radeon Professional drivers. So for those that don't know, I have the Radeon Blue drivers, not the Radeon Red drivers. This is Radeon Blue Professional drivers. Q4 of 2024 drivers is what we're running. And then for NVIDIA, we are running the latest NVIDIA GeForce Game Ready driver that I think it was released on January 30th. So it's basically from last week. So we're on the latest drivers for both the AMD Professional Radeon and the GeForce 4090. Actually, so there is a way to display the FPS using Steam. So if you're playing the game in Steam, you can display the FPS by going to in-game overlay, and you can choose to display it in the top left, top right, wherever you want, in one of the corners. So this is a game that I think the developers intended for the use of FrameGen, because if you read the requirements, they literally say with FrameGen in every single listing. So minimum, FrameGen. Medium, 1080p, FrameGen. 1440p high, FrameGen. 4K Ultra, FrameGen. So they basically, they're implying that you're supposed to use FrameGen to play this game. And this is going to be like the test case, or I guess the case study of a game that was designed to be used with FrameGen, which means you're supposed to use Frame. Actually, I just realized something. I don't have the correct game listed on YouTube. It says Ninja Gaiden, which is completely wrong. Hold on, let me fix that. Monster Hunter Wilds. There we go. Okay. Yeah, it was listing the wrong game for some reason. I was like, oh, that's not good. Yeah, this is the open beta test. It's free. You guys don't have to pre-order this game. If you want to test and see how your computer performs with this game, I highly recommend that you download the open beta now from Steam while it's available. Because after this weekend, it will no longer be available. They will open it back up next weekend, but I'm probably not going to be covering it next weekend. I'm only going to cover it this weekend. I'm a little bit disappointed that this is still the exact same build from November. Oh, wow. Whoa. Whoa. That's a new monster. Wait a minute. I just witnessed a new monster. Hold on. Now we gotta go find that thing. Guy Gypsaros? Gypsaros? How do you say that? Gypsaros? Gypsaros? A Gypsaros. Hunt the Gypsaros. I've never seen this. This wasn't in Monster Hunter World. Gypsaros. The Gypsaros? Hold on a second. Let's go back to the base camp real quick. That was the Gypsaros. Hold on, where's the, You know what's funny is, like, I thought I was gonna have to, like, redo everything. I was expecting to create a new character. The character that I created from November was still in the game. I was like, oh wow, it saved all my settings. I just picked up from where I left off. It was as if I never left. You fought that monster way back in 4U. Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate or something? What was the U? Ultimate? Or Unite? You want to know what my weapon is? The main weapon? I don't really have one in this game. I don't know yet. Like in World, I played a ton of the insect glaive and the hammer. So for reference, the only Monster Hunter game that I played was Monster Hunter World. So I'm not like an OG fan of the series by any means. I played a ton of World, and I played a little bit of Rise. Like I played like the demo of Rise, but for some reason I didn't really like Rise that much. So I basically skipped it. Like I know it came out on the Switch, and then I know that they released it for the consoles, or I guess they released it for, it's on Steam. But I only played the demo on Steam, and then I didn't really, I don't know, I wasn't a big fan of Rise. So for me, I'm gonna base most of my comparisons to World. So Monster Hunter Wilds, Monster Hunter World, that is gonna be what I base a lot of my comparison points on. So you're running the game with the 9800X 3D, 50, 80 running 70 FPS with DLSS. So what is that, DLSS quality? Or is that DLSS native AA? Hold on, what do I need to do? I need to just go hunt that thing? Where'd it go? Oh, there was one thing that they did add. They added one thing to the game. I guess we can look at it now. One thing that was not in the November demo was the training area. So you can actually go to the training area now and practice the weapons. So for example, I can practice the hammer. You can do upswing combo. My favorite thing to do with the hammer though is to bring the enemy near a ledge like this and just do this. Just combo like this repeatedly. The jumping charge attack. I remember fighting so many monsters in World spamming this. This is actually more of like a speed run strategy. Would love to see a 2025 version of Zelda. Hold on, there was a combo that you can do in here. There's the spinning thing. Spinning combo is a little bit different. I feel like they've changed that one. I feel like spinning is a little bit more different now. This is new. The spinning charge. That's new, but that's actually a really good move. It's gonna be kind of interesting to figure out how to time that. So it seems like Gipsaros, is that right? Gipsaros is returning from Monster Hunter 4U. Was Gipsaros in Rise? Can you jump from a higher place and smash? Oh, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to see if I can hit... I'm trying to see if I can hit that thing up there. You can do... Okay, let me try something here. In World, there was this move. Yeah, that... Okay, that's still in. That's good. That's good. This is probably my favorite move when fighting Elder Dragons in World. With the hammer, I would, like, slide down on the incline. And you do the spin, 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 spin. That is so satisfying. To hit the enemy, get the full combo, or get every single hit in. But then also, like, ledge. I forget what they call this. Where it's like, you use the ledge to, like, spam the attack over and over again. Because this hits pretty hard. When a jumping charge attack hits the enemy, it does a big chunk of damage. So this was a good, like, simple strategy with the hammer. You don't think it was in Rise? Okay, so that's one that's coming back from way back then. Alright, let's just go ahead and get into a hunt then. Since I already tested the 4090 in November, I'm not going to spend too much time testing it again. I want to try to showcase or test different GPUs this time around. Ones that were not showcased last time. So we are going to look at 30 series. I'm going to be looking at 3090 Ti, maybe the 3080. If the 3090 Ti does not perform well, we're probably just going to skip 3080 Ti. And then I've got a couple of other ones here. So, like, I don't know. Is it worth testing Pascal? You guys think GTX 1080 is worth actually testing in this game? I don't really know. The GTX 1080 is still probably one of the best looking Founders Edition cards, though. This is like the OG blower style design. So maybe I'll test that. Although I kind of think it's not going to be able to handle the game. Unless I'm playing the game at like 1080p. And then maybe the 5700 XT. Mainly, I want to test 5700 XT. Because for those of you that are still on a 5700 XT, you're going to get a very good upgrade next month with the 9070 XT. Because I really feel like the 9070 XT is going to be the true successor to the 5700 XT. The same way the 5090 is kind of a successor to the 2080 Ti in some ways. Do I overclock the GPU while playing? Not when live streaming, because I don't want to cause the stream to crash. Alright, let's do one hunt. Because when you're overclocking, eventually you're going to hit a point where it's unstable, right? And that's why... And I remember this game, the demo did have a problem where I did crash one time. Back in November. There was once or twice the game did crash for me. Why does the hunt always have to be on, like, this type of, weather? This is the bad weather. Is AMD 90 series releases next month? It's next month. You have to wait like 4 or 5 weeks. So, basically, the AMD 90 series launches right when this game comes out. Did that Stegosaurus just get struck by lightning? Oh wow, is it sleeping? Hunt Arkveld. Wait, this is not the thing. This is a different monster. This is not the Gipsaros or whatever. Gipsaros. This is something completely different. What is this? Hold on a second. Wait a minute. What is this thing? This thing's a big monster. That's a big one. No, no, no. Don't mind me. He's friendly. That's the icon of Wilds. Wait, this guy? This thing? This thing is the new Rathlos? Well, that looks dangerous. Whoa, that looks dangerous. It's situations like this where I don't know how the monster behaves at all. Like, where I feel like I should have came in with a shield instead of going with the hammer. Oh, this, okay, so, I think Rathian was shown off in some footage, wasn't it? I think Rathian was shown. I don't think I've seen Rathlos footage yet, but I expect Rathlos and, oh, somebody got carded. Oh, wow, I took a lot of damage there. Where's my healing items? Wait, I don't have anything on my... I think someone's got the longsword. Yeah, we got a longsword user and a charger blade. Yeah, that is one thing that's different. So you do get... There's this monster and there's that other monster. So I have to hunt both of them because I've never hunted these before. Whoa, almost, oh wow, I almost died. I actually almost died. There's some kind of debuff on me. What? Okay, I had to go iframe. I had to go iframes right there. Well, the duck and cover still works. Still works exactly the same way it did in World. Yeah, I feel like I need to craft traps or something because there's just too much like moving. Or yeah, wow. Did everybody die? Oh no, was that just me? Okay, I think we're gonna switch to either Charge Blade or Greatsword. I want something that I can block with. Or actually, hold on a second, I have an idea. What's the button to switch weapons again? I think I have the heavy bowgun. Yeah, I think I've got heavy bowgun. We'll just try that. Because I don't know its patterns. All I know is it does those sweeps. Look at that, it's doing the sweep. What? Oh, that's what Dragon Blight looks like in this game? I got Dragon Blight on me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Yeah, he does a dive, vertical, AoE, then like an arc, and another arc. So it's like 2 waves. Wow. I should have been blocking instead of spamming. So I'm guessing this is the new... That's the new, like, Apex Predator. What is this thing's special attack? Does it have one? Oh, it does. Hold on, what's... Okay, I forgot what this does besides... How do I see... I guess in this mode, does it show me the... Because they operate on this, what are they called? You can see the wound. Oh yeah, I can see it right there. Man, that does so much damage. Will you test 5090? I'm probably gonna skip. There's no reason. 5090 is terrible because it uses too much electricity. Oh, I'm out of... Oh, I'm at max health? Oh, I forgot to eat. That's why. I'm trying to shoot its tail. I'm trying to see if I can break the tail off. Oh, he didn't like that. He didn't like me shooting the tail. Uh-oh! He's still targeting me. Am I out of... Oh, I'm using this thing. He took you 3.5 hours to solo with Greatsword. Oh boy! I was trying to reload. What? Quest failed. Okay. Yeah, I'm probably gonna fight him with Insect Glaive or something. That was interesting. You haven't beat him yet? Feels like fighting Nerd Gigante for the first time. How come I can't talk to the NPC? It's funny, people asking me to test 5080 or 50, or will I test 5080, 5090? How am I supposed to... How do I test those graphics cards when those cards are like impossible to buy? But I will tell you this, I will most likely be testing 9070 XT. I don't think the 9070 XT will be that hard to get. If you really want a 9070 XT next month, there's a good chance you can get one without really too much trouble. Which settings? Are you even able to buy a 4090? Don't buy one from a scalper. Don't buy one used. That's all I'll say. Okay, so let's go over the settings. So we are playing the game at 4K, but it's not like true 4K. It's basically DLSS 4K. So it's 1440p. You guys can see here on the right. Actually, where does it show the system? Here it is. So the PC specs: AMD Ryzen Threadripper 7960X, 24 cores, 128 gigabytes of system RAM, NVIDIA GeForce 4090, VRAM 24 gigabytes, GPU driver version 500. I like that Capcom actually shows this. Like, it actually shows this. So you can verify that your drivers are the latest one, or if they're like on the older driver, you know that you need to upgrade, that kind of thing. So we are testing it with DLSS quality. So what that means, for those that don't know what this means, quality preset, if you're running the game at 4K resolution, so in this case we're at 4K resolution, and you set DLSS to quality preset, that means that your internal render resolution is 1440p. So what it does is it takes 1440p, so the game is rendered at 1440p resolution, and then it applies the upscale, the DLSS upscale, that basically stretches it to 4K resolution. That's what it is. So if we were to run this at like native 4K, I would select NVIDIA DLAA, Deep Learning Anti-Aliasing, while maintaining native resolution. So now the game is at 4K native resolution. And this is significantly harder for the graphics card to handle, particularly out in the field, like when you're in a combat situation, like when you're on a hunt, the frame rate will struggle. So let's try playing the game at DLAA 4K and see how it actually performs. Oh, but I need to get the I need to change weapons real quick. Hold on, we're gonna go with, let's go with something that can actually block. I kind of want to go with the greatsword. We'll go greatsword for this fight, and then for the second weapon, instead of the heavy bowgun, I'll go with the let's try hunting horn. Yeah, let's go hunting horn. Oh wait, this thing causes dragon blight, so I also want to make sure, like, do I have an armor set that has dragon resist? Which one has dragon resist? Balahara, this one? Both of them? Oh wait, okay, Balahara? What about this one? Wait, this one actually has a lot of dragon resist. Yeah, I want dragon resist for this fight. Let's go with Doshaguma. There. This is the version from November. There's no... So, for example, the benchmark has ray tracing. This demo has no ray tracing. Okay, let's, Is there a way for me to just join someone else's? Actually, there's people doing the Gipseros. You have 4070 Ti, and you know that an upgrade to 4090 is not worth much, but it would. But I somehow really want an upgrade. The thing is that 50 series cards have too many problems. Yeah, they have a lot of problems. I don't recommend them. Are you playing the game at 4K? Because you don't really need to upgrade it unless you're at 4K. I will be testing the 3090 Ti soon. Let's do SOS Flare quick. You're using a 6700 XT and an i3 to... Oof. Ooh, that i3. That i3's bad. The GPU is not the problem. The CPU is going to be a problem. I can tell you that right now. The CPU is going to be a serious problem. Guys, if you're on an i3, do you realize how old that CPU is? That is a really low-end CPU. in 2025 that's a low-end CPU. That is going to be the problem. You are CPU bottlenecked 100% of the time using that. So what a lot of people don't realize is this game requires that you have the best CPU. Because if your CPU is weak, if the CPU has if there's any sign of weakness in the CPU, the game it'll run like garbage. It doesn't matter if you have an RTX 4090. It doesn't even matter if you have an RTX 5090. RTX 5090 plus a weak CPU will be a terrible experience. Meanwhile, someone with a 6700 XT with a 9800 X3D playing the game at like 1080p resolution will probably have a much better experience than someone who has what I just said. I don't even know how to start this fight. Should I just switch the weapon and go with the greatsword? I forgot what the button was. Oh yeah, you can block. Okay, that helps a lot. Because now I can do the weird parry thing that I discovered from the demo. Which wasn't in world. You couldn't do the weird parry in the demo. You know what I should have done, though? I should have eaten food. Because I don't even have the full HP. Yeah, that CPU is going to be the problem, not the GPU. Yeah, this is it. This is what I'm talking about. I don't even know what to do. What am I supposed to do? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh! Yeah! Is he going to kill me? See? This is what's so cool about the greatsword. Is he gonna try to tackle me? Wait, can I tackle him? Probably not. He didn't like that. He didn't like that I repelled him. That was cool. Oh, I blocked that. I blocked that like it's a Super Bowl. Blocking and tackling right there. That's some blocking and tackling. Look at that. Greatsword is so satisfying, man. Look at this. Let's see. Can I block this? Oh, let's see. This is the combo that killed me. Last time. I want to see the full combo. Okay, so he does like a push forward. He does like a lunge forward thing on the last hit. He got me with the tail. Oh, okay. I'm just watching what he does because I've never fought this thing before. Alright, let's see. I've enraged it. Oh, yeah! You know what? I feel like people who know nothing about this series, when they see gameplay of this, they're probably like, what is this game? This is the most weird, like, random action game. Like it looks so weird to someone who is not familiar with the series. Man, I need to eat food, because my character is like it's so squishy. He is not happy. He is not a happy camper. What do these things drop? Do they just drop like meat? Oh, just herbivore shell. Okay. Yeah, this game, did they fix the hit stop? What do you mean the hit stop? I don't even, what are you referring to? Alright, here we go. I forgot what the dismount attack is. Oh, this one? Yeah, just swing in there. Oh, I think I'm out of, oh boy. How do you craft? Oh boy, I forgot how to craft. A crafting... I don't have anything to... Wait, can I craft this? Oh, I'm at max on potions. I gotta fix my, hotkey thing. It's like all... Oh, I almost died. I was literally at 1 HP. I can barely see the health bar because of the overlay. Hey, Simon. Should I wait for the 9950X 3D or get the 9800X? Do you need the multi-thread? It's what it's gonna come down to. If you don't need multi-thread, and when I say multi-thread, I'm talking about like, do you render videos? Do you use applications that will actually use the full CPU? Because if not, then you probably don't need to wait. Because you'll save money by not waiting. How do I see the, there's like a new system that this game has. Whoa. That reminds me of, it's not like Nergigante. The attack, that weird attack with the Dragon Blight reminds me of, what is it? Lunastra and whatever the red one was. You know what I'm talking about? The red lion? What was that guy's name in World? Teostra or something? Teostra? This reminds me of Teostra's attacks. Teostra, yeah, or Teostra. Let me see what he's gonna do. He's gonna do anything? Okay, he does that. That is interesting because this means that he has a lot of like really wide... He has a lot of wide sweeps. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do now... I really wish I brought the Switchglaive with me. Well, let's try the other weapon. What did I bring? Oh, the Hunting Horn? Okay, we're gonna try Hunting Horn. It feels like Tigrex. Yeah, I can see that. Alright, let's try buffing everybody. I'm trying to remember, like, what was that move that does the... Not this. I forgot what it is. Self-improvement. Echo wave. Attack up. Play the song. Man, Hunting Horn, when I don't know what I'm doing, I just go Hunting Horn and just, like, let everyone else do the DPS. I'm just gonna, like... I'm just gonna talk to chat the whole time and try to not die. Oh boy, oh boy! I like how when I switch to Hunting Horn, he's just completely ignoring me now. How do I do Echo Waves? Alright, I don't know what Sonic Waves does. Oh boy. Okay, we're gonna go for a double. We're gonna do an encore. What? Someone put him to sleep? Huh? Why? Huh? Hold on. Do I even have the, I don't even have anything to craft for the bombs. Like, I can't make the bombs. So what? Oh wait, I have 2 of them with me. Oh, I only have these. What? Why did he wake up? What? I didn't even blow the bombs up. He woke up like right as I put them down. This weapon, there's like an ability. I forgot what it was though. He's doing his big thing again. I think I'm gonna die. Someone saved me, but I don't know. I gotta fix my. Oh wait, I have this. Hold on a second. No, don't run away. I put the trap down and he ran away. Okay. Hold on, where's the, Yeah, okay, apparently the game is playable with DLAA at 4K resolution. Although, to me, I probably would play it at quality preset. Because this is really hard. Like, the game is, very, very challenging to run. And we'll see what happens. We'll see how a 3090 Ti with a 9800X 3D handles this game. Oh dear. We have a dedicated healer. Someone's actually healing us with the wide range. Oh, someone got him trapped. Ooh. Yeah, it's not an Elder Dragon. I was gonna say it reminds me of Rathalos. Like it's that level of monster.
When I stream in 4K, there is a performance hit of around 5 to 10 FPS. Is that normal?
Yes, that's normal. If you're using the GPU to encode, yes. You will lose performance because the GPU is having to do the encoding. That's why I offload it to the other GPU. Man, he's really trying to kill me there. Look at that. Whoa! That makes me think of Teostra. Teostra's ultimate. Uh-oh! Knife attack, knife attack, knife attack! What was that? You get pinned and you get to knife attack, it didn't work. Don't sweat it. What was that? It's like, let me out, let me out. See, this is the sort of thing, like, I didn't even know that was a thing in this game. What the heck was that? I was like pinned to like a rock and I'm like, let me out. And then I get carted. He tickled me. I know, like, what was that? Like, that was supposed to be a threatening attack? And then when I show up, he just, like, leaves. Arkveld's like, facepalm. Hey, did he fall into my... No, that's someone else's trap. Because mine was not the electric trap. The shock trap. Fire resist, because we're standing in fire. Oh boy, he's trying to kill me. I can tell because I'm low. He's looking at me. Here, I'm just gonna like keep buffing them. Man, I keep taking so much damage from that tail swipe. I think these are AI. I mean, I opened it up to anyone in the session, but nobody responded, so the AI responded before a human could respond. There are people in the session, though. They're just, most of them are like AFK from what I can tell. Yeah, I'm assuming this is AI. Because I don't think a human player would have stupidly woke up the monster when he was asleep. Oh, did his tail get broken? I need to do sonic waves. Oh, it dips! I just saw it dip to 60 FPS. This is the reason why I'm probably going to end up playing it with DLSS. Oh, he's mad. He's so angry. He is so angry. He's angry. He's tired of getting hit in the head with a giant saxophone. I do love the weapon design in this game. Oh, okay, hold up. Time out. I need to craft some mega potions. I can go for a level 2. Go for level 2 attack up. Unless the game is very CPU bound, it'll be very similar. This is a very CPU bound game. Very CPU bound. Like, the CPU is the most important component for this game, by the way. If anybody played Dragon's Dogma 2, this game scales exactly the same as Dragon's Dogma 2. Only now it's even worse because it has multiplayer. That makes it even more CPU bound. I like how he's doing all this destructive stuff and I'm just like standing next to him, playing music the whole time. Oh wow. Wow, failed the DPS check. So the first time I fought him, I died 3 times and failed the quest. The second time I fought him, apparently that whole thing was 20 minutes. I thought it was like 15 minutes. Wow. Yeah, the whole game is going to be a CPU bottleneck most of the time. The only time you're going to be GPU bound is during combat, like what you guys just saw. You go inside the city and you see all the other human players. It's no different from going to Limsa Lominsa in Final Fantasy XIV. And for anyone that plays that game, you know exactly what I'm talking about when I'm saying Limsa Lominsa and your FPS tanks. Because guess what? That's the definition of a CPU bottleneck. So right now we're in CPU bottleneck central right here. So anytime you go into this camp, you're gonna hit CPU bottleneck. So we are completely CPU bound right now. Well, what's interesting is the 4090 is still continuously fed by the Threadripper. It's still pegged at 99%. Can you put 4090 into an X4 slot just for streaming? You can, but why would you do that? I don't recommend doing that because you're going to end up running it through your chipset. You don't want to run your stream traffic through your chipset. You want to run it directly through the CPU, through the SoC. You're going to bottleneck the stream if you run it through the chipset. You could, but keep in mind all of your SATA, your M.2 off chipset, your network traffic, all that stuff goes through the chipset. So if you start sending like 1440 or 4K resolution worth of bit rate through your chipset, you're gonna bottleneck your chipset, and your stream might end up looking very stuttery or choppy or something like that. You would like to see how the game performs when using GPU busy, GPU wait on Intel platform? How does that work? So what I can tell you guys, this game is so weird in its behavior with how it utilizes the shaders, because like you guys can notice the power consumption of the RTX 4090 right now is only like 300 watts. You know, like right there, 305 watts power consumption. This GPU typically pulls around 325 to around 375 watts, depending on the game. Like if you really push it, this GPU can pull closer to 400 watts, but it rarely ever exceeds 400 watts. The most that I would see it ever do is 425 watts, and that is the most extreme scenario for anyone running an RTX 4090 at stock configuration. So this is, to repeat, this is a 4090 Founders Edition at stock settings. We are not overclocking the GPU because not everybody can achieve the exact same results with an overclock. So we are running this game at stock GPU settings. It's Intel's overlay to show how the GPU is being used. So does that work if I have an Intel GPU installed? Would that work if I have like an Intel GPU installed as a second GPU? This Intel thing that you're talking about? We may be able to do that on the next stream. It works with AMD, NVIDIA, Intel. How do you install it? Intel's overlay. That sounds like you have to have Intel's driver installed. We are running dual graphics cards right now. So the stream is handled by an AMD professional graphics card. That way the 4090 gets to show the full performance. Meaning by offloading the stream encoding to a second GPU, I avoid any sort of performance loss on the 4090 because I'm not actually using the 4090 to encode the live stream, if that makes sense. So this is the pure performance of the GPU with nothing holding it back, except the CPU when we go into the city. I don't think I even have perfmon installed. So we may look at that on another stream. We're probably not going to do that on this one, because I'll need to look into how to set that up. But we go in here and we hit CPU bound. Wow, so I still have yet to successfully hunt that monster. I haven't even hunted the other one either. There's like another one. The Gipsaros? I have not even hunted Gipsaros yet. Anyway, we're close to the end of the stream. We're at 1 hour, so yeah, this is where we're going to end it. We will be back in like 15 minutes, though, with another live stream. So this concludes the RTX 4090 live stream with the Threadripper 7960X. So we will start the next stream in probably 15 minutes, we'll say. We will be streaming with the RTX 3090 Ti Founders Edition with a Ryzen 7 9800X3D. So we will see if a Ryzen 9800X3D plus 3090 Ti can match, because I don't expect them to win against this combination, either match or beat a Threadripper 7960X plus RTX 4090. We will so we're gonna do 48 gigabytes at 8,000 on the RAM for the 9800X3D versus this Threadripper's 128 gigabytes at 6400 registered DIMMs. So that'll be the next one. I'm trying to think, like, what would we do after that? We may not do the ones from November. I kind of want to test some other GPUs. I don't know. I kind of want to test this GPU, to be honest. The 5700 XT reference card. I really want to see how well this old GPU from 2019 can handle this game, because I want to experience what it's like to play the game with, like, mid-range hardware, or I guess at this point it's probably entry level, and maybe the GTX 1080 Founders Edition. I don't think SLI will work, so I can't use two of these graphics cards, but I wonder if the 1080 can still handle this. I wonder if it can still handle this, because I remember the 1080 could barely handle Monster Hunter World at 1440p. I'm trying to remember. I think it only did like 45 frames per second in World at 1440p. So it definitely can't handle 4K in this game. So maybe it won't be worth going that far back. But I really kind of want to see that one. The other one that we will also be looking at soon, very soon, maybe this evening, will be the AMD Radeon 6950 XT reference card. The blacked out, probably one of the best looking reference cards, probably the best looking AMD reference card ever made, really. So the 6950 XT, that one I will definitely be showcasing with a 9800X3D. Basically, if I change the GPU, it's going to all be 9800X3D, because we're going to eliminate the CPU bottleneck as much as possible, and we're going to run the RAM at the highest speed possible, so 8,000. We're doing 48 gigabytes, 8,000, so we're not going to be at the minimum 32 gigabytes. We're going to be at 48 gigs of RAM. We're going to crank it up super high speed, 8,000, and we're going to run an X3D, so that eliminates the CPU bottleneck as much as possible, and then we're going to be testing multiple GPUs. So the first one in line is the 3090 Ti. We could also test 3080 Ti, but if the 3090, depending on how well or how poorly the 3090 Ti handles this game, I may completely skip 3080 Ti, because 3080 Ti is kind of trash now with only 12 gigs of RAM. But yeah, do you play Elden Ring? Okay, so I don't know if I can showcase Night Rain next week, but I can tell you I will be participating in the Elden Ring Night Rain playtest next weekend. Now I need to find out if I'm allowed to stream Elden Ring Night Rain live next weekend, because if I'm not allowed to, then you guys won't get to see it, but I will be participating in it next weekend using the PlayStation 5 Pro, because it is only open to people on PlayStation and Xbox. No PC. Not for the network test next weekend. But yeah, I got in, so I will be testing on PS5 Pro. And then I guess we may test the Intel Arc. One of them. This one right here is the A750. But we may test an Intel. I want to test at least one Intel GPU I don't know. You guys tell me. Do you think I should test the A770, the A750, or the B580? All three of those are Intel graphics cards. We got all three of them. All Intel limited editions. So should I... I'm only going to test one of them. So you guys tell me. Let's do a poll, and then we'll end the stream after this. Start a poll. Whoops, I hit the controller. Which Intel GPU should I test in Monster Hunter Wilds? A750, A770, B580. Okay, there are the choices. There are the choices. People are saying B580. Man, that's the one that I actually didn't want to test. You know why? I have to pull that out of my godlike computer and put that in the system with the 9800X3D. That's in the dual PC. That's in the dual GPU PC. People are saying B580. Now, B580 is actually the fastest out of all three of those cards, so maybe it is worth it to go with the fastest one. It only has 12 gigs of RAM, but I don't think this game will exceed 12 gigs. So far, most people are voting B580. A couple people voted for A770, though. B580 was slower in Spider-Man 2 than the A770. A770 has RGB. B580 does not. I'm just speaking from the limited edition cards. I said RGB and more people voted for B580. I guess people don't like RGB. What I meant by that is A770 has RGB. And people voted against the RGB. Where do you think Intel put its GPU market in this GPU? What do you mean? Intel's not even competing with what we're showcasing on this stream right now. Okay. It looks like B580 wins, guys. The chat has decided. The B580 wins, which means I'm going to have to pull the B580 out of the godlike. Man, I was hoping I could just take the GPU out of the box and put it in, but no, we're going to have to pull it out of the godlike. Okay. So the B580, that means that one will probably be tomorrow then. It can't be this evening because it's already in a live system. So we will be testing 3090 Ti in, I'll need probably like 10 minutes or so to get the next stream set up. So that's going to conclude the playtest for the Threadripper 7960X with the RTX 4090. The game... So we go back into the game, and the game is weird. When you alt-tab away from it, it goes into like that power-saving mode, so the FPS like goes really low and the computer becomes really, really quiet. But you go back in, and then it goes back up. Anyway, that's gonna be it. We will be back though, so stay tuned. You guys can even literally just, well, I don't know. I may end this stream and create another one because I don't want to have to keep changing the title, or like if I keep this stream going and I go offline and start the stream from the other computer, then it won't match with what's actually being shown. So what we're going to do, for those of you watching, we're going to kill this stream, we're going to end the stream, and then we're going to start a new one in like 10-15 minutes. I'll go live again, and it'll be from a different location, different computer, different graphics card, everything's different. So that's what we'll be doing. So yeah, we'll be addressing those questions coming up in the next stream here in the next like 15 minutes or so. So, okay. So thanks for tuning in, and I will catch you guys in the next stream within like 15 minutes. See you then.